Over that with Peter Sand, the chief analyst at the shipping market tracker Xeneta. Peter, welcome back. Good to see you. These are huge fees that the United States is proposing. What effect would it have on shipping costs and supply chains? And to me, the consumer, what does it all mean?
When something like this hits the fan, obviously everybody pauses for a while, considering their options. And mostly, of course, in the first case, that means the carriers operating the ships. They may call fewer ports. Most likely, they will also need to pass on those extra costs, of course, to their customers, who in the end will also pass them on to you and I as consumers. It seems to be the pass-through cost element, and something that will definitely generate some problem and some revamping to the networks as we know them today.
Now, U.S. exporters have obviously expressed their concerns. Do we know which sectors might be particularly affected?
Without doubt, the consumers will mostly be affected by those fees that will hit container shipping. More so, container shipping often also calls more than one port when they arrive in the U.S. They call 2 to 3 ports on the West Coast. They call 4 to 6 ports on the East Coast and Gulf Coast, as opposed to bulk carriers or oil tankers that often call one port only. So it is a cumulative fee that will go up the more ports you call.
Why is the United States particularly targeting shipping?
I think the current administration is mainly targeting China. Shipping may just be the unfortunate collateral damage here, but you see also a raft of tariffs being set up mainly towards Chinese imports, but also towards neighboring partners, Mexico, Canada, and that leaves really shippers between a rock and a hard stone, finding out in which way should they bring in their goods going forward, produced in Asia and consumed in North America. Because right now they seem to be under attack from many different aspects of the current administration. So they pause and take a deep breath for a while until they find out what will actually be the long-term targets, what will stay in place in terms of tariffs and barriers to trade, and then they will act accordingly.
Mr. Trump, he says, wants to rebuild the U.S. shipping fleet. How quickly, how easily can that be done?
I don't think the proposal that is currently being tabled, and we have a hearing 4 days from now, will bring shipbuilding back to any meaningful extent into the U.S. They are basically building naval ships for their own purpose and a few merchant ships also for their own purpose. Today we have less than 200 ships under the American flag, and fewer than those are built in the U.S. So this measure, as draconian as it may seem, is unlikely to bring shipbuilding back to the U.S.
Peter, good to see you. Thanks for your time. Peter Sand, the chief analyst at the shipping market tracker Xeneta.